Welcome to Mother Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicky, and today we're going to show you how we assembled this soft top gazebo with mosquito netting. This is manufactured by the company Sunjoy, who's also sponsoring today's video.
Sunjoy makes a ton of gazebos and other outdoor structures, so be sure to check that out in the link below. We also have a discount code for 13% off your order using the code MDP. Alright, let's get assembling. First, we unboxed the gazebo. You can see it was shipped very compactly in a very manageable box. Everything was individually wrapped and nothing was damaged. Here's everything out of its packaging and ready to go. We've actually had a gazebo in the spot for over 2 years and we've really enjoyed it, but we are excited to have a more functional and useful gazebo. This new one has a mosquito netting and that's a must here in Florida. We removed the stakes from the legs and temporarily moved the gazebo. You'll notice my backyard is full of pea gravel and this is how my house came, so I've never looked into putting anything else down here. Mom leveled out the gravel a little bit to prep the space. Also included was all the hardware needed. We like to separate it into labeled containers for easy access. The manual is also included, as well as a QR code on the front to scan where you can get a downloadable PDF version. Make sure to review the parts list to see that you have everything. The first step is to add the connector to the top of each of the posts. Each item is labeled with a sticker so you can easily identify all the parts, but be sure to remove the stickers as you go so you don't have to do that at the end. There are also 2 wrenches included for tightening all the hardware. A lot of parts have this easy push button system which makes quick work of assembly. Don't forget that sticker! The manual says you need 3 people to assemble this, but 4 would be even better. We only had 2, so this is how we figured out to do it safely. We started by connecting 2 posts together, then the other 2. We added the horizontal beams, lifted the posts, and lowered the beams down. Then we placed the other 2 posts and connected everything together. You can see it's a little taller than us, so a ladder would have made it even quicker. And here we go, we got that ladder. Now this looks a little wobbly, and that's true because the full structure is not together yet, but as we move on, you'll start to see it become more rigid. Next, we added the 4 arc braces. This is probably the most difficult step as there are holes in the fabric that you need to line up with the holes in the metal bar. After putting up 3 of these, we found that this was the best method. We added the bolts that attached the top section while on the ground. To hold them in place, we added a piece of gaff tape. Gaff tape is tape used in production that doesn't leave a sticky residue. Then we attached the bottom bolts and loosely tightened those. Then we removed the gaff tape and loosely tightened the top bolts. After everything was in, we fully tightened all the bolts. This was the winning combination to get everything attached. We moved on to assembling the top. We connected the 4 long top angle beams at the top connector. Then we shimmied that into place, securing it on the 4 corners with the included hardware. It was at this point that we realized it was easier to grab a ratcheting wrench instead of using the included wrenches. The bolt heads take a 10mm socket. We're using 2 different types of ratcheting tools. We'll share these in more detail at the end of the video. Next, Mom connected the 4 girder pieces that further support the roof. We loosely placed the canopy on top, making sure it fits under the small canopy. Then I put the small canopy in place. It fits snugly over the ends of the beams. Then we secured the big canopy to the beams. It can be a little challenging when you get to the last few pieces, but take it slow and it's helpful to have a buddy. The overhang on the big canopy velcros in place, which is what we're doing here. Mom placed the hook at the top of the inside of the canopy. The small canopy has mosquito netting that hangs down and a place to secure them to the big canopy. So I'm getting on the ladder here and feeling my way to attach these. You can see it's not the most comfortable position, but it worked. Lastly, I added the stakes to each of the posts to secure them to the ground. And now it's time for the mosquito netting. Mom attached the rings and then we placed them on the inside of the gazebo. With the gazebo done, it's time to decorate. We got 2 LED lanterns from Sunjoy, which were easy to unbox and just need 2 C batteries for each lantern. Mom placed it on the hook. We used 2 pieces of fake grass, kind of like rugs, and brought in our Sunjoy egg cuddle chair and just tried to figure out the best placement for everything. And here it is entering from the side gate. This is a great place to relax, and my Greyhound Tosh loves it too. The LED lanterns have a really cool flicker effect and work great at night. And the egg cuddle chair is oh so comfortable. And when it gets buggy, we can easily zip up the mosquito netting and fight over that egg cuddle chair. But we both won, and then Tosh also wanted to come get in the chair as well. What we learned! Now off camera we actually did some prep work to the ground here. We got about 5 bags of dirt and pea gravel and made sure each of the posts was on level ground. And the reason we actually went with a soft top gazebo was because we have hurricanes here in Florida, and sometimes if a big storm's coming, I wanted to be able to take this down and store it in my garage safely. So that's why we went with the soft top.
Well, and another reason why we chose this particular model is the mosquito netting. And if you've ever been to Florida, you know it's very, very buggy. And one of the nice things about the website is they have a whole bunch of different kinds of replacement parts, including netting. So if you need new netting, you can get that.
And here are the ratchets that we use. So this is a traditional ratchet that you've probably seen before. And this one's actually a palm ratchet, a palm gimbal ratchet. So it can kind of move in all different kind of configurations. This is actually our favorite type of ratchet, but we only have one, so that's why we use both of these. But we'll put a link below to this because this is our definitely go-to. And like I said, we use a 10mm socket on each of those, and it worked a lot faster than using the included hand wrenches. And if you want to check out any of the products we talked about today, there will be an affiliate link in the description below. And what that means is if you click and buy something there, we get a little bit of commission from that purchase, and it's a way for you to support the channel and get stuff that you already want. And again, you can get 13% off of your order with the discount code MDP on any regular price items. All right, well, thanks for joining us for this one. We actually were really excited to partner with Sunjoy on this because I've been wanting a new gazebo back here. So it was like a perfect partnership. So thanks for joining in. If you want to see more projects from us, always visit us at mother.projects.com. All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.